highly addictive drugs like
hello. It looks like I am live everywhere. So I'm gonna pause that for a minute because y'all know what? I am watching one of my new shows, New Amsterdam. You think that working in the medical field, I wouldn't want to watch those shows, but I do enjoy this show. And they were actually dealing with COVID, and all that stuff. And they're located in New York. So in one of the episodes, they showed like all of the trucks and stuff that were out in New York, getting the bodies and stuff during the COVID. I mean, I can't even imagine. I was nowhere near that, but I can't even imagine having to deal with that. I can't even imagine having to go home after dealing with that, all day and all night, or how you work. So anyway, that is a good show though. So I was watching that. Also, this is Thursday Night Live for me, and I'm super excited to be here. I'm not going to be before you long because, as you can hear, I am still battling this sinus infection and ear infection or whatever the hell it is. I call it a nasty bug because that's what it feels like. And so how it's affecting me now is I can talk for a while, and then after a while, it just wins me, and I get so exhausted, and it's like little by little, I feel like I'm coming back to life. And so I'll be on here for a few minutes because I committed to come on Thursday Night Live, and I know that a lot of people be looking for me. So we are going to talk tonight about stepping into your gifts and leaving what no longer serves you. Stepping into your gifts and leaving what no longer serves you. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I am Tammy Morrison. I am an intuitive healer, probably fourth generation, I'm being told. I'm also a spiritual teacher and mentor. So if you are looking for anything in those areas, you can reach out to me. I have a sisters across borders that I am creating because I've been listening to people and I know there's a need. We need some community among women. So that's something that I am creating. So if you are looking for that, make sure that you send me a message and let me know that you're interested because I'll be doing some of those. I want to, in the upcoming time, do some master classes and healing. Because for those of you that haven't seen me and haven't watched me before, I do healings pretty regular. I actually have a bunch of them right on TikTok, and I have them on YouTube Shorts. They're in the Reels on Facebook and the other place, Instagram. So definitely, continue to follow me. And make sure that you are looking at my podcast because Straight Outta Savannah, y'all, I am so excited about it because this is a new year for me. I've been doing it for a few years. It's a show where I interview people who are changing the planet. So if that is you, reach out to me and let me know if you want to come on. Now, this year, I am charging for my podcast because I have not for the last, I think I've been doing it about 4 years, and I have not. And now it is time to step up to a new level. So that is just so that you are aware that when you reach out and you want to come on the show, there is a fee because I do promote you for the show. I cross promote you on a few different platforms, and I let people know about the premiere because your show premieres on YouTube. I have premieres Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Pacific, and whatever else you are in the middle or around that. But yeah, so this is something that I am doing now for this new year. Now, also, if you have a story about your grandmother, if you had a relationship with your grandmother like I have with mine, my grandmother was the most amazing human being on the planet. I do not think there was anybody else more amazing than her. To be honest with you, I felt like she walked on water. That's how I felt about my grandma. So I'm writing a story about her, and I'm inviting people to come and join me to write in the story. It's called Passing the Pearls, and it's stories honoring our grandmother's legacy. So if she taught you some things, like she taught me, like my grandma taught me, so many things, so many things. She was a gift to this planet. And so I want to memorialize her in this book. And so if you have a story like that, or if you have a grandmother that you cherish like that, that was, an icon in your life, like mine was. I used to say that she was a tiny woman, you know, with a big presence, you know. And so I really feel like I'm stepping into her legacy, because that is actually who I am as well. I'm a tiny woman with a big presence. But she was like 𝐂𝐓𝐃𝐄. When she spoke, everybody listened. She was our matriarch, and it was such an amazing time. Not that my grandfather wasn't there, because he was, and he was our patriarch, and he was amazing. I loved him too. But this story is not about him. It is about my grandmother. And so I'm honoring her, and I'm looking for 5 to 6 more people to share in writing stories about their grandmother, so we can get this book published. And my goal is to have it published at least by the middle of the year. So that's one thing that I'm working on as well. So if you had a grandmother, I've been seeing a lot of people that have been speaking about their grandmothers. And so I'm offering opportunities for you to memorialize her in a book. So if that is something that you would like, reach out to me, send me a message on whatever platform you're watching, because right now I am live on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. So now we're going to get into what I'm going to talk about tonight. Time to step into your gifts and leave what no longer serves you. So that is what we are talking about tonight on Thursday Night Live. So many times, we are in this place where we're awakening and God is speaking to us, and we have these gifts. And so a lot of times we have them, they come to us, and we know how to use them, but we're afraid to step out into them, afraid to show them to the world, afraid to open up, afraid to be your authentic self. And I hear people talking about that all the time. Authenticity is a buzzword right now. Everybody talks about it. Be authentic, but there are very few people that are truly authentic. And I am one of them. I don't know how to be anything else. Matter of fact, my husband and I had this discussion on yesterday about this very topic, about being authentic and being who you truly are. And so I used to try to be somebody else, because, all of us in our life, maybe being us, didn't seem to get us anywhere or something like that. So, there was a period of time in my life where I tried to be somebody else. But you know what? That didn't last long, because guess what? I can't do that. I do not have the capacity to be somebody else. I got to be who I am. I got to be my authentic, quirky self. So this is what I say. If you don't like it, fucking flip. Keep scrolling. You know what I'm saying? Because this is who I am. So I had an occasion to speak to a young lady the other day, and it was such an awesome conversation. But in the conversation, it made me know and understand that there are so many people out here that are waking up, that are scared of their gifts, that, when things start happening for them, they wonder what's going on, because, we haven't been taught. Most of us have been conditioned and put in a box by religion. And so when you start having experiences that are outside of what you have had before, then you don't understand it. And so a lot of times you are down on what you're not up on. So you don't know what's going on. You think you're going crazy. You think that, you have a mental condition and all this stuff. And you know what? You could. However, you could not. It could be that your gifts are opening up. And so what I'm speaking about today is allowing yourself to step into those gifts. So if you started having gifts and things started showing up for you in your life, and you started, experience like I do, clairaudience, where, that spirit speaking to me, you start experiencing that. If, the Holy Spirit speaks to you through feelings, and you feel stuff, when you're in people's presence, you feel something in your heart, or you feel something in your stomach, when somebody comes around that maybe you shouldn't be, it shouldn't be in your awareness. And so These are all signs and tips that the Holy Spirit is with you, that God is with you, that your spiritual team, your angels are with you. So what I'm talking about tonight is being able to step into that. If you always wanted to be a barista and you I just came out, y'all, but if you always wanted to be a singer, and you have a beautiful voice and people have told you that you have beautiful voice, but there's something in you that has this fear because, you see all the stuff that happens in the industry and all that stuff. So, you can always ask your spiritual team, ask God to show you what is out there for you. Show me where I can use my gifts and how I can use my gifts, because it might be that, you can be one of those singing telethon people, one of those people that go out and sing, or you can sing locally, go to different festivals and different things that are happening. Doesn't mean that you got to go to Hollywood, or you got to go to Atlanta or New York or wherever. Doesn't mean you have to do that. There are so many different ways to use and share your gifts. If you are in a space where you are awakening and things start coming to you, you're claircognizant, you just know shit. And everybody knows that you know shit. And it has happened for you all your life, many times. Now, there are some people that it starts happening later, when they wake up and they start going through these transitions, then that happens for you. And you start knowing stuff. But if you're that person that always knew shit and everybody knows, that's you. So everybody comes to you to ask different questions and you don't know how you know. They don't know how you know, but you know shit. So you are claircognizant. And so these are some of the things that I like to help my clients to understand and help to strengthen those gifts. So there are exercises that you can do to strengthen those gifts. And then you can begin to step out into whatever it is that you need to do. And the other thing is sometimes those things show up and you can use them in your everyday life. Because I'm actually in the middle of writing this book on how to use your intuition in business, because so many people want to compartmentalize their spiritual self with their human self. But we're all one being. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. So you don't need to be compartmentalizing your spiritual, and separating it from who you are, other places, because that's hard. That's hard. And so you want to begin to step into your gifts. You want to begin to listen to the spirit. You want to begin to feel, know, see, because sometimes, you see stuff, and when you see stuff, then you're clairvoyant because, it flows to you sometimes like a movie. Sometimes I get hits from a movie or from a television show or from music, to share with people. Sometimes it's a certain song that comes up, and sometimes people identify with it when I share. They're like, oh, that's the song that, my mama sang to me and blah, 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 and she passed away, whatever. So, so there are those things. All right. So anyway, I'm going to close this down because I'm feeling it. But I wanted to just come on here just for a few minutes and kind of share that with you, because I know that there are lots of people that are looking, trying to find out that kind of stuff, because awakening is happening, y'all. Awakenings are happening. People are waking up, and it's so refreshing to see that people are leaving their slumber, and they're moving into this space of acknowledging and knowing, and that space of self-care, and I spoke about that on last night, about how self-care, is more than just getting your nails done. It's more than getting your hair done. It's more than, getting a massage, or getting, whatever. It's more than those things. It's deeper than that. And so that is what I'm going to help you go this year, deeper, because that is where spirit had been calling me for the last 2 years. And so I'm going to help you to go deeper, because that is one of the reasons why I am here, because you're watching me because something has attracted you to me. And so you're watching me and I'm sharing how to go deeper. So if that is something that you desire, I have a brand new program that I'm creating, and I will speak to you about it on next week, because on Tuesday I'll be doing a healing activation Unconditional Love Masterclass. That's what it's going to be. Healing, activation, unconditional love masterclass. So I'll be doing some healing. I'll be doing some speaking, some healing. And I'll share this program that I'm starting. It's like a 4-week program. I'm super excited. I'm doing it in the beta because it's the first time that I've done it. So I'm offering it for a super affordable price. So if you are looking for some help, some guidance, somebody to hold your hand through some of this processing, I am here for you. So again, I want to thank everybody for joining me today. Hey, Debbie, thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. I will definitely, and I'll be doing the masterclass everywhere that I'm doing it now too. So it'll be on YouTube, it'll be on Facebook and TikTok as well. So I'll be doing the same thing, because I'm super, super grateful for that and excited. But I'm excited because there's like a few different ways that you can work with me. That is one. It's a 4-week thing. I'm sorry, y'all. The words escape me. But it's a 4-week thing. And so we'll be doing that. That is one way. And then I have the Sisters Across Borders that I'm super excited that is coming together because I'll be having a place where sisters can meet. We'll do weekly healing activations. Oh my God, I'm so excited about that. So if that's something that you are looking for, I'm going to be having founding members for that. So I'll be talking about that when I do this healing activation masterclass, and you'll hear about it even more because I'm going to be putting out some reels and stuff and some TikToks and stuff talking about this particular thing because I'm so grateful because I want women to be able to have access to each other, and and I've been given a specific price for it, which is a low price point. To be honest, I asked Spirit, was that right? Because the price point is so low. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me and for joining me. Make sure that you are sharing this out. If you're watching on Facebook, above the video, I put the link for YouTube and for my podcast because I really want people to go and listen to that podcast because I'm looking to make some huge, get some more downloads of that. So if that is something, that you like listening to podcasts, and put mine on your list. And you can listen to it on Anchor, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Radio Now, Listen Breaker, Podbean, and there's a whole bunch of other places that it is that I don't know. But those are places I know that it is. So on any of those major outlets that you listen, Google and Apple. So if you listen to Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, it's on there too. So Straight Outta Savannah is the name of it. And I am so excited about it because this is a brand new year for Straight Outta Savannah. And so if you are changing the planet again, make sure that you reach out to me. You can come on my show. I love it because it's in the tradition of Super Soul Sunday meets Impact Theory. So if you've seen Super Soul Sunday or Impact Theory, that's the tradition that I'm doing it in. And I'm so grateful and excited, for those examples, because to be honest, when God told me to do this podcast, I was like, oh my God, another thing to do, And I call it another passion project because, it wasn't producing no money. And so I was like, okay. And so I actually listened for instructions. I didn't have anybody to follow because back in those days, there was very, very few people that were even teaching how to do podcasts. And so by the time those people came along, I already had done mine and figured shit out. So anyway, and if that's something that you want to do, you can do it too. If the Holy Spirit calls you to it, if God says do it, if the source says do it, universe says do it, then do it. Take that step. And so many people let stuff stop them, like, oh, I don't have a computer, I don't have a camera, I don't have a this, I don't have a that. Well, I started my podcast with just my laptop. I think, matter of fact, no. Yep, I had just a laptop. That's how I started it, with just a laptop. I didn't have anything, didn't have sound equipment, didn't have, like I have an external camera now. I have a thing for the sound, I have all those things now. But when I started it, I didn't have any of that. And the show was just as good then as it is now with all those things, So you have to just take steps and do the things that you're being called to do. That is what I'm going to end this with. You have to just take steps and do the thing that you're being called to do. Ask for directions, ask for guidance, ask the Holy Spirit to enlighten your mind. Ask your angels to shine a light on something that you need to do. Sometimes you walk by, like a bookstore or in a library, and a book will fall off or something like that. And it'll be just the one you want, or you'll see it, somebody's checking it in or something like that. So you have to consider all those things like that. And then, part of that is knowing that, God has your back, that the universe has your back, that source has your back. And however you say it, has your back. So you have to know that. And that's one of the things that I'm here to, just keep saying over and over, and I'm saying it nice and calm and nice and peaceful, because I want people to know, and I want you to receive it into your heart. Alrighty. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to pop off here now because I can feel my body needs to rest, and I'm getting ready to eat the rest of my corn and crab chowder. Although I just learned I wasn't supposed to eat some of that on the live that the girl was doing about the eating for your blood type, because my blood type is A. But I have it in the house, and I mean, I'm just not gonna be throwing away food just because you're not supposed to eat it. It ain't like that, I mean, you know. So anyway, but this soup is so good, y'all. Just in case y'all wanted to try it, it's from Costco, but it's so good. It's a crab and corn chowder, so it's nice and creamy. Oh my God, it's amazing. So anyway, all right. So I'm gonna get off here because I need to eat that food and let my body rest. So I will definitely be back on again on Sunday for Sunday service with the Morrisons. Mr. Morrison and I will be on Sunday. So I'm super excited about that because I always love to do the lives with him. And he's amazing. So if you guys want to catch Sunday service, catch up with us on Sunday. We'll be on the same platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. So catch us on Sunday for Sunday services with the Morrisons. Other than that, I will see y'all on Tuesday for the live masterclass, Healing Activation on Unconditional Love. So join me then, and let's get this party started. All right. So have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, night, weekend, whatever it is. And I will definitely chat with you guys again soon. Bye now.